solid. The way they fought through the game was fantastic.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at their record against other playoff teams, and it stacks up well. I mean, they made the playoffs by never thinking they were at a disadvantage on the floor. And having that kind of confidence in a young team, that only really speaks for a positive moving forward.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
Stolen by Anderson. In transition, here comes Miami. Freak with the ball. Winslow's shot is off.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
51 seconds left in the first half of the game. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. It's tipped out of bounds. New Orleans. Will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
44 seconds left now here in the second. With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, what he did in that national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And Cole kicks to Davis to stop the run. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
I think it's been a struggle for him at the line. He's been scuffling this season. I mean, he's pretty well below the percentage that he shot a season ago, and not quite sure why.
Second free throw, no good.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
And so it's a close game as we...
Kevin, up.
Okay, guys, we got a few minutes here. Let's go over a few things before we get going again.
A nice chunk of our offense in the first half came from the low.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a... Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Green comes in for Luol Deng. And Freak subbed in for Goran Dragic. And then for New Orleans, Perkins is checked in for Usher. And it's Anderson in for Davis. Freak, he's in at point guard. Gerald Green out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Stoudemire in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And Anderson has it in the corner. Plenty of space. And it's Miami with the rebound.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Back to Holiday. Perkins with the screen for Holiday. Shot clock at 5. From downtown, Amari Stoudemire with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
New Orleans making some changes here. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Perkins. Pondexter comes in for Tyreke Evans. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday.
And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of last A great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
Yeah, Greg, you know, I remember that stretch with Wade you're talking about. It seems like he finally now feels healthy, Clark, and it shows.
Wade himself said, Kevin, it was the best he felt in a couple of years. Health is such a big factor for him, given how he plays and selectively now likes to attack the rim.
And Miami making a change here. Winslow's checked in. Pelicans trail by 12. Anderson is screen on Bosh. Gordon, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Gordon's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And it's Freak missing. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Anderson dishes to Cole. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Anderson, he's checked in for Chris Bosh.
Before getting dinged up, Ryan Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
Pelicans trail by 12. Cole, the pass to Ajinça. He feeds it to Cole. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. That is good. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. And getting back to Ryan Anderson, in 2012, he won the NBA's Most Improved Player Award. Then, in the summer of that year, he landed an enormous contract in a sign-and trade.
Yeah, and that's the good. Ryan Anderson, if he can stay healthy, he's a tremendous asset, and he isn't just a shooter. He can get it done on the backboard as well.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
First personal foul at the line for the Heat. Norris Cole. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Cole. Luol Deng is checked in for the Heat. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Davis is checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Pelicans trail by 14. Here's Cole. 5 points in the game. He dishes it to Davis. 3 seconds left, and he gets the bucket. Davis has got 10.
just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be and we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this one. A different look for Miami. Wash comes in for Gerald Green, and Freak subbed in for Goran Dragic. New Orleans also making some changes. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Evans. Anderson comes in for Eric Gordon, and it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. So the Pelican 5 right now. Omer Asik is out there with Davis. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Norris Cole, and it's Ajinça in at the 5 spot. And Asik kicks to Davis. 1:36 left in the game. Dishes to Ajinça. Takes the 13-footer. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Heat.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Dwayne Wade. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Perkins, he's checked in for Asik. Alexis Ajinça comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Pondexter in for Tyreke Evans. The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against the Trailblazers. And it's Freak missing. Gordon against Green. Gordon kicks to Ajinça. Pondexter from outside. Miami grabs the miss. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Freak. Passes it to Winslow. Freak with it. Just 5 to shoot. Let's go. And a high bounce as it comes off the rim. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, I'm here with Goran Dragic. And Goran, was the team's defensive approach tonight key to the win?
Yeah, we know if we want to win that game, we have to be solid in the...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. And that will do it for our special Christmas Day broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon, and good night, everybody.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
darkness. Nah, yo, look towards the light. Yo, what is that? It's a supernova. Nah, man, that's a black hole. Yo, it's.
I leap over lies in a single pound. The Black Prophet, one day I got struck by knowledge of self. It gave me super scientific powers. Now I run through the ghetto, battling my arch nemesis, Mr. Ignorance. He's been trying to take me out since the days of my youth. He feared this day will come. I'm hot on his trail, but sometimes he slips away because he has an army. They always give me trouble, mainly hatred, jealousy, and envy. They attack me. They think they got me. But I use my super science and I twist all three. I see sparks over that building. At me, I dip, do a backflip, then I in the heart with bookmarks. Ignorance hates when I drop it, but no matter what he do, he can't stop the prophet.
Yo, prophet, come here real quick. Yo, I just saw Ignorance downtown. Let me put you on. Word, he down there bugging. He got them ill and out.
Let's continue the saga, mad drama. I met this chick, she said she knew where Ignorance was at. I said where? She said downtown. He had. I think the line is a setup, I can smell it, but Ignorance is running rampant. Aight, baby, show me the exact spot. Meet me at Hoyt and Skimmerhorn at 3 on the dot. So I hops up on the A train, I'm being followed. My 7th senses danger. I turn around this anger, and he brought a marble along. It's the same old song. Despair and animosity got broke with the swiftness. I don't know what they think this is. I feel a sharp pain in my neck, now I can't see on my hair. They hit me with a dart filled with the pork chop serum. I tried to hold on, but before long I dropped. When I awoke, I was locked in the barber shop, trapped in the barber's chair. Oh no, they're gonna try and cut my hair, but that can't stop the prophet.
Yo, prophet, Ignorance is tired of you following him around. We about to put an internet out right now. Animosity, Sphere, what's up? Get him,
Passed by, I hear a buzzing noise. It was that chick with some of Ignorance's boys. She said, Prophet, we got you beat. By the way, I'm Mr. Ignorance's wife, deceit. But enough talk now for your haircut. When the clippers touched my hair, they blew the... After the explosion, there was no one left. Cause I know dim mop, poison hand, touch of death. My vision's still kinda blurry, but I see a clue. Ignorance is at the library. I hurry with lightning speed like the Flash. He's at the big one on Grand Army Place. When I get inside, the door shut and the lights go off. Another trap. I hear a hissing sound. I smell a funny smell. I guess